Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Coming up, Divisional round Saturday, we've got an AFC battle on tap, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Let's go. 11, again.
They go play action now. Lawrence will find his tight end. That's Waller. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Second down, here's a run with Bigsby. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
On first down, Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Out of bounds at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Second down and 3. In motion right is Mingo. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
Well, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, here's Bigsby. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
A fake on the jet sweep. Now Lawrence on play action. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Lawrence caught left side Hopkins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. A beautiful fake. And still fighting. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. On first down, Justin Herbert. Open man, there's Darnell Washington. A big play there for L.A. 47 yards.
First and goal, Chargers.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's first and goal. Herbert looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackle through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
It's a loss of 2, now third down.
You can almost feel him thinking as he's running the football, just one more block, anything to get me to the perimeter and around the corner. Couldn't quite get there, ends up getting spilled for a loss.
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Herbert going to change the play here. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. Touchdown, Chargers. Darnell Washington from 4 yards out. And the Chargers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On second down, Lawrence. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Third and 19. Now Lawrence. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Play action. It's Herbert. He gets it to Johnston. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. To the air again, Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Finds Johnston. Touchdown! Quentin Johnston, 32 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They go play action with Lawrence. And now look at this. Big gain but fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, 28 yards. And the Chargers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Motion man left is Kirk. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. And CD, that's the 2nd time this half they put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game, so you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
So the completion good for just 3, and it's 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And to throw again is Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. Touchdown, Jaguars. Darren Waller, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
1st down, Chargers.
Herbert on 1st down now. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 41.
The Jaguars take over 1st and
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just run a ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Second and 10. Here's Herbert once more. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That is caught. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Chargers. Darnell Washington in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the route is on here in this first half. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Room here to run. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional round. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who was not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Herbert once more. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Herbert now. There goes a deep ball, end zone. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Darnell Washington saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chargers have opened the lead up to 30. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession. And that's caught inside the 35. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Here's a give to Bigsby. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Draw play, a give to Herbert. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. He's going to launch it for Washington. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for L.A. 47 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Here's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, 22 yards. And the Chargers just continue to roll. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Here's Bigsby. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. This one complete down the field to got him. And he's brought down after a very nice game. And they're going to speed things up here. Bigsby is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, after their wild card run game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
It seems like they've been running uphill all game. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Charger drive about to get going. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC. On first down, right back to Herbert. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted.
And the ball is knocked out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Lawrence now going to move him around.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Now Herbert to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
35 yards that time on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. And quickly they get to the line. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. A quick throw, but incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And now another one thrown incomplete.
That one was tipped in the air and became almost a 50-50 ball. No one came up with it, so it turned into an incompletion. But remember, on the previous drive, he threw an interception. I think that one almost caused a well, not almost. I think that one caused a mental flashback for everyone. Threw the pick before. Could this turn into a second one? And how would that alter the game for him?
The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Chargers 1st down.
Ayuk goes in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the gun, Bigsby.
And some room to work.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Steps away to his left. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now Lawrence. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
Lawrence under a heavy rush, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
2nd and 11 now.
They're going to pass here with Herbert.
Got a man. That's Ayuk.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And they'll indeed take a knee. So they file for the exits here in silence. And what a job to come in on the road, divisional round of the playoffs, and you get to end it by going down to a knee.
Now their confidence has to be at an extreme high. That's 2 weeks in a row they've gone on the road and gotten it done. They don't care where they go. From here on out, they think they can beat anyone.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.